This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
"5 minutes till the main event. Is this the way my life was spent? Now the winter of my discontent is about to turn a new year. The minister, he's pleading me to save myself, he's reading me apocalyptic verses from a book. I squint my eyes to look at him and said, save your stories, Savior please, there's nothing left, there's nothing here for me. You will listen, you will see, there's nothing left, salvation don't come free.
Hello and welcome back to How Will I Die with Nicholas Howe. It's me, Nicholas Howe, your host and wonderful best friend boy next door who you've been in love with since day one. Today, the bane of a Nick tube or any type of tube. This week's Nicholas is what I can only call a trend chaser. His big thing right now are supplements that are untested by the FDA. Let's learn a little bit more about this Nicholas. This Nicholas is 24 years old, or as he would say it, years young, because he's that type of person. His job is interesting because as a trend chaser, he likes to claim that he is, quote, YouTube famous. However, looking at his viewer numbers, he's like YouTube kind of well known. For sake of ease, we're going to call this Nick Guru Nick, after the term beauty guru, which he aspires to be. I wish he had just stuck to being a beauty guru and didn't take what is essentially blood money. For this week's episode, it's going to be a little bit different. See, normally I watch on the NickTube what happens and recount those tales to you, but this one is a little more interesting, so I'm just going to let Guru Nick tell you everything. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to play his video for you. Enjoy. Hello, my sweeties and salties, and welcome back to Health Me Out, starring me, Nicholas Howe. How are you all doing today? I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. Last week, as you guys know, I went to VidCon, and it was amazing. Life is going pretty good, especially this week, because this week we have a super secret special sponsor. So I was reached out to like a month ago from this email address that was like hidden or whatever, and they were like, hey, we really like your stuff and you seem to be growing, so maybe you could feature our product. And I was like, yes please, how much are you gonna pay me? I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this week's episode is sponsored, and the people that are sponsoring it, Mercury, that's probably right. So Mercury is this like supplement, so they sent me these pills, and is this supplement that like makes you pretty much young forever. I guess it like lifts your follicles, or I don't know, something. The way that they explained it in the email was like super cool. But I on the bottle there's nothing written on the bottle except the word Mercury, and I think it's kind of like etched in and then painted over, which is like, you know, or it's super bougie. So I think we're just gonna have to chance it and see what kind of sticks. I should note, just before we get into this, I did try to look up the company and I just couldn't find anything. But I was talking to the guy who like I guess runs it, and he seems like a pretty cool guy. I don't think that he would lead me wrong, and he said that he's a doctor, so I'm bound to believe believe him. So I think that nothing bad is going to happen. So let's just dive into them. So I haven't opened it yet, but let's go ahead and do that on camera. Okay. Interesting. So I've taken like a lot of pills in my life. They're mostly like blue and red and white. These are silver, so I'm going with bougie. There's this like weird chemical smell. Like it's a lot stronger than most chemical smells that I would get from opening like health products, but maybe that just means that it's that much stronger. Like I said, there's no like instructions on the bottle or anything. And the guy that I was talking to just said that they're basically like a gummy vitamin. So I'm gonna take a few of them and see like if I feel it in my skin or whatever. So I'm gonna take 3 and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I took them like an hour ago, and I definitely feel lighter. My face muscles feel like they've been lifted, like I just got Botox, which I would never do, am I right? But my stomach and chest kind of feel a little weird right now. It might be a side effect. Maybe I'm like allergic to whatever's in it because I don't know what's in it. And like sometimes my vision goes a little wonky. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to the owner and see if this is like a normal reaction, because it might be. Maybe my body is not used to being like this bougie. I don't know. So I'm gonna reach out to him real quick and I'll record what he says. Sorry. So I just talked with him and he said that what I should do, it's a normal reaction. What I should do is take 2 more and that'll like counteract what's happening. And then he also said to like dump the bottle, which was really weird, but I did it because I wasn't sure. Okay, I got a little bit freaked out because the emails that he was sending were like really aggressive. And so I took 2 more, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel good. I'm gonna try and go sleep this off. Ew, gross, I'm peeling. I'm gonna go do a face mask and then I'm gonna go sleep this off. I will give you guys an update tomorrow. And we'll see if this should be on your shopping list for Christmas this year or whatever holiday. I don't care. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. And that was the end of Guru Nick. Those pills that he had taken and recorded himself taking were called Mercury pills. And the reason that they were called Mercury pills is because they were made of pure mercury. The silver coloring of them, well, that's kind of the color of Mercury. So, Guru Nick died slamming some Mercury pills. Though, could this technically have been murder? That's not a question for me to figure out. Not on this episode. On this episode, the only question I had was answered. And that question was, how will I die? We're going to take a quick break and head on into the middle section.
You have to watch it. It's so good.
It was alright.
Your friends may have decent taste in movies, but their incoherent reviews are getting annoying.
I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Looking for a new podcast?
Join Time Sensitive, where we break down the recent movies you've heard of, but may have missed.
Spoilers included.
And we get it. You're busy and can't see everything, but are you really going to track it down a year later?
We take the time so you don't have to.
Find us on Twitter @TSMoviePod and find out what we're watching.
I'm Sam.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Kate, and we're 3 friends and armchair movie critics. Seriously, invite us into your living room.
Kate, stop.
Listen now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher.
Time sensitive, because you deserve better.
Hello and welcome to the middle section. It's me, Nicholas Howe, your lover from the past, I guess. I don't know. Here in the middle section, we talk about things and stuff and things and stuff and things and stuff, and boy do we have a lot of things and stuff to cover today. So let's just jump right into it. At the top of the order, it is stickers. This is going to be the last episode that I mention stickers, so if you want stickers, reach out to me on Twitter and pick up your stupid stickers. I'm just kidding. They're super good stickers. I use them. I have a few friends who have used them. I have some people who I don't know that have used them because they're stickers. The other things and stuff and things and stuff. A few weeks ago, we had a change to the way that this is done, and it's going to stay that way. But soon-ish, there's also going to be a little bit extra to each middle section. I can't say what that's going to be right now, but just know that that is coming. This coming weekend, I will be going to the LA Comic-Con. I've been invited as a professional for some reason, but I just want to let you guys know that, because that means that there's not going to be an episode next week, most likely. I might try and record something earlier in the week, but between writing all of my articles that I'm writing and that I hope you're reading, and my real people job, I'm not going to have a lot of time this coming week. Super special thank you to all of the recent followers that I received on Twitter. We just hit 1,700 followers, which is super great. Sorry, almost 1,750, which is amazing. When we hit 1,800, I think I'm going to do a giveaway for something. I'm not sure what, but we'll figure it out when it gets to that point. But yeah, so if you guys like the show, please share it. I don't advertise at all, so this is it. If you guys enjoy the show and you really want to support me, go ahead and leave a rating on whatever podcast listening app you're using. iTunes is the biggest one. I have a solid amount there, but I could always use more. That's going to do it for this week's Things and Stuff and Things and Stuff and Things and Stuff in the middle section. Let's go ahead and kick it back to the main me that does this show and not the middle section me.
Hello from Ireland. Need to catch up on your documentaries? Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. Here at Docs That Rock, we review the best documentaries on the planet.
Watch out because they're not spoiler free, but hey, that might suit you. Subscribe and download the weekly dish on Docs That Rock. Available at bigheadsmedia.com and all good podcast providers.
This week's episode has a lot of historical intricacies because mercury was used in a lot of medicines for a lot of our lifetimes. The piece that I specifically pick up on is the pills of mercury that grant you eternal life. So Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China in 210 BC, he ingested pills of mercury because he thought that they would give him eternal life. Obviously, they didn't because he died from mercury poisoning. But the idea was set in a lot of people's minds. And even up until fairly recently in the United States, mercury was used as like a common ingredient in drugs and such. Also, there's the fact that you can get mercury poisoning today from fish and such. So there is like a precedent for mercury poisoning, not as extreme as Guru Nick gets it in literal full pill form, but still, it's important to note that it does exist. It happens. Shouldn't, but it does, because the earth wants us dead. Just kidding. The reason I wanted to do this one this week is not because I recently took pills of mercury or anything, but there are a lot of parts of this that I thought were important to talk about. First of all, I enjoy the idea of someone really wanting the fountain of youth so much that they think that a pill is the way to get it. But also, there's a lot in the news right now that's kind of related to what happens to Guru Nick. So one of the biggest things in the news right now is the Instagram crackdown on products that promote weight loss without any FDA regulations. Another big thing that affects like my main job is the lack of regulations on certain things like vape products, which I work in that industry, and so seeing that on the back end is like really interesting because the big scare right now is that vaping is killing kids or people, but it's not. It's regulation. The regulation isn't there, which needs to be changed. If you guys want more information on this stuff, there are plenty of sources out there. If you really want to laugh, but also register that the fitness or whatever tea stuff that is really big on Instagram is a problem, go ahead and check out Jamil. I probably said it wrong. I'm super sorry about that. She's one of the stars of The Good Place, and she has this whole crusade against like diet things that use Instagram influencers to promote their products, and she's super passionate and I love her so much. So go check her out. Also, we all know the YouTuber that is being parodied in this episode, so alright, that's it for history and all that. Let's go ahead and jump into the Spam Slam. Keeping on the topic of health, blah blah blah, this week's Spam Slam is Oh my god. I don't know who wrote it. I'm gonna say someone named Amy, because that name is in my head right now. But I'm gonna try and make it through this. If it sounds like I'm dying in the middle of it, or like my brain can't process it, it's because it cannot, because there's a lot. So let's get into it. This is from Amy, and there's no title on it because this was a comment. So here it goes. Increasing your beauty either can be a sensible, skilled relochate, or even an exciting individual routine. It does need some hard work to work appropriately, however. This could make you question how to begin to start out making a regimen which fits your lifestyle. Everything you should understand about where to start with attractiveness shows up in the tips below. Attempt getting Vaseline on your own high heels and foot while you sleep at night. As a result, them smooth and clean like you just enjoyed a pedicure accomplished. Do that every night before going to rest. To minimize clutter, put socks on soon after utilizing the Vaseline. Use a lotion that is certainly gentle prior to placing a fake suntan on your skin. An imitation tan will accumulate on spots of your skin that are dry. You should ensure you pay attention to the feet, elbows, knee joints, and close to your wrists. Apple cream to these regions before applying an imitation tanner. When you are combating an bothersome, scratchy, and flaky scalp, you can use natural yogurt to eliminate flakes whilst keeping your head itch totally free. Just massage therapy, a ordinary ancient Greek or dairy product, natural yogurt to your head, then give it time to sit down for no more than 15 minutes. Once you rinse off, you need to observe a lute, less flakes and scratching. Make use of a gel or cream blush as opposed to natural powder. This type of blush offers the skin a glowing and healthy look. Gel and cream blushes are more transparent and merge a lot more equally than natural normal powder blush. You must rub this blush on your cheeks and mix upwards to get a flawless accomplish. Maintain your skin area, system, your hair, and nails looking excellent by consuming a properly well-balanced diet. Supplying your body with the vitamins and nutrients it needs is the best way to appear your greatest. So remember, chat splendor starts with wholesome diet while looking for groceries. You probably be aware of injury throughout evaluating your attractiveness in opposition to other people can cause beauty can be something everyone landscapes differently. Should you be working on your attractiveness, this information has presented you a great deal of knowledge. Use this to further improve your emotions about yourself, instead of stressing about exactly how other individuals will spot you. Beautiful, poetic art. Thank you, Amy, for telling me a bunch of ways that I can take care of myself. Like slobbing on some Vaseline onto my foot and high heels and then putting socks on. Oh my god. That's going to do it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, death is coming, so why worry about the inevitable? Focus on the possibilities.
5 minutes till they pull the switch. They say you'll only feel an itch, but they watch the catatonic twitch and the smoke that flows around you. There beneath the gamma rays, watch my soul just burn away. Oh, don't you even try to pray, my fate is predetermined. You won't see me returning, and save your stories, save your please. There's nothing left, there's nothing here for me. You will listen, you will see. There's nothing left, salvation don't come free.
Put them on your hydro flask. Hey, Visco girls, this one's for you. Put a How Will I Die pod sticker on your hydro flask. End of message for Visco Girls. I don't know what that was. Sorry.